Hey everybody, this is Brian. I've been a weight loss coach now for many years, and I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know to lose that weight once and for all. So I want to start out with something really simple about weight loss, and it's actually really fundamental but extremely difficult for people to grasp, and it is this. And this is one thing that you really need to remember more than any other thing, and if you watch no other videos that I produce for this series, if you just remember this one sentence, you will lose weight. So just remember, you must burn more calories than you consume. Period. The end. Hard stop. That's what everybody says now, hard stop. So all you have to do, you can eat tacos, you can eat chocolate all day long, but if you take in less calories than you're expending on a daily basis, you're going to lose weight. Now that may be really hard for you to grasp, and it's really not the whole story, because there's a little bit more to it in the sense that you want to be healthy. You don't want to just eat chocolate all day, because you wouldn't get good nutrition. But technically speaking, you could lose all the weight you ever wanted to lose eating the chocolate only diet. It is possible to do. Let me tell you a couple things about weight loss also. So I have used this example, and it's a little harsh sometimes for people to grasp because of the world we live in. We're always concerned about speaking correctly and not saying things that are inappropriate. And this one might be, on the borderline of that, but I want to just put it out there because it's stark and it really makes a lot of sense if you think about it. So no matter how many maladies you have, no matter whether or not you've got some kind of ovarian cyst issue, no matter whether you're not able to get up and walk and move, you got bad knees and so on, people who were in concentration camps in World War II, I'm sure, had the exact same type of maladies that you may have today. There are lots of them. There's lots of reasons why it's difficult to lose weight. Those people were underfed, and you've seen the horrible and graphic pictures of those people. They all lost weight. Why? Because they weren't fed. They were taking in less calories than they were eating every single day, and eventually they became emaciated. They have the same kind of maladies that modern people have today, 70 plus years later. So keep that in mind. If you can at least manage your calories, you can definitely lose weight regardless of what other kind of health conditions that you have. Another misconception about weight loss, and this is going to be a real shocker to a lot of people as well, is that you have to go out and do a lot of exercise. So that is popularized for a lot of reasons that I'm not going to go into, but usually because people want to make money off of you buying some product. But really, the most important thing about losing weight is to manage your calories. So exercise really accounts for generally a very small amount of your daily calorie expenditure, even if you're exercising a lot. Now, I'm not saying don't exercise because I'm an athlete and I exercise all the time, but my main reason for doing it is other reasons, most notably because I want to stay healthy, I enjoy a vigorous lifestyle, the activities and hobbies that I enjoy tend to be kind of activity-based, and they're energy expenders, and I like to be active. So that's just me, but you could sit around more than you think and still lose a lot of weight if you can just manage your calories. So that's another thing that's really important about trying to lose weight. You don't have to exercise a tremendous amount every single day. So I had kind of an interesting epiphany today when I was getting ready to make this video. I was thinking about a few things about what would people find interesting, and what would be a fun thing to say, and how could I keep your interest. So I started thinking that I preach that it's very easy to lose weight, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. And I also preach that if you can just manage your calories, that you can lose weight. You don't have to follow some funny diet like keto, or believe me, I've heard them all. The grapefruit diet when I was a kid. Atkins was also popular when I was in high school. There's millions of diets coming and going all the time. Paleo, there's a new one every week, it seems like. And it's interesting too, is they all end up getting overturned. So someone comes out with a diet, and then some scientist comes out and says this is a dangerous diet, and they poo-poo that diet and basically make it seem like it's a bad diet, and then it leaves room for somebody else to come out with their fad diet. So the new one lately is this gut health. That's the one that I'm hearing now. So it's all about these, whatever, the biological components in your stomach are the crucial thing about weight loss. That's just a bunch of hooey. So don't get sucked into that, all right? So I started thinking about my rather rotund dog, he's a great guy, but I joke sometimes that if this dog was a person, he'd be like George Costanza on Seinfeld. So he's rather large, and he loves food. This dog is absolutely obsessed with food. He will squeak and cry for food all day long. I don't know why. I've had other dogs that, you know, were fine with normal amounts of food, didn't think about food night and day. But I really think that this dog dreams about food and thinks about food 24 hours a day. And there's nothing on his mind more than like going outside and somebody petting him and giving him something to eat. So you can see he's got a lot of fat here around his neck, you know. He's got a lot of fat in his shoulders. And although I love him, and I submit to him a lot of times because he squeaks for food all the time, he's fat. He's been fatter. Believe it or not, he's been fatter. But I'm going to prove something to you over the course of the 6 weeks. I have decided to take my poor dog, who has no idea what he's about to go through in the next 6 weeks, and I'm going to make him lose weight just by managing his calories. I can promise you this dog knows nothing about keto. He knows nothing about paleo. He doesn't know anything about gut health. He doesn't know anything about anything. So I'm going to prove to you that just through a little activity, which, you know, I do recommend activity, although it's not a crucial part of weight loss, but we're going to get him exercising a little bit, and I'm going to cut back on his calorie consumption, and I'm going to show you everything that I do and everything I do to basically get this dog to lose some weight. So he is about to become lean, mean, fighting machine dog, even though he's got the genetics of George Costanza. So anyway, so that's basically the beginning of video number 1. I want to have a couple of other videos that we're going to put together to get started. So number 1 basically is the principles of weight loss, which is really nothing more than calorie management. Number 2, I'm going to go over some fitness things in the next video. And then third of 3 introductory videos, I'm going to go over the psychology of losing weight, which is by far the most important component of losing weight. So if you can't get your mind right, you should just stop. So I'm going to give you 3 videos basically to get started, and then every week we're going to have a fitness challenge that's going to happen every single week. And I'm going to include some other videos about stuff like motivation. I'm going to have some real life interviews with people who lost a lot of weight and kept it off to try to, you know, show you that it can be done. And I'm going to interview a couple of experts that you may find interesting too. We're going to do all kinds of fun things to try to help you lose weight during this video series. And my poor guinea pig dog is going to enjoy the ride with us as well. So hey, if you want to join this challenge, please like and subscribe. The like button, I don't know which way I'm supposed to point when I do it, but it's on one side or the other. So there's a subscribe button down there. So, and I'll put links in the description of these videos to help you guys find some of the things that I recommend for you, like foods and things like that. So I'll include these in the descriptions as we go along. And of course, you know, if you like my video, that's great. And I also really appreciate any comments that you make. I'm glad to answer questions as much as I can. So I do have a pretty busy life doing a lot of other things, but if you post some questions in after these videos, I will definitely do my best to answer your questions. So hope you're enjoying this, hope you enjoy this series and that we can help you lose a lot of weight. And let's get going. So today is day 1. Watch the next 2 videos for the introduction, and we'll start fresh on a Monday. All right, so take care, hope you enjoy it, and please like and subscribe.